What's up YouTube? Georgia Silver Hunter back, and today we're hunting a full $250 box, but today it's full of customer wrapped dimes. I actually stopped by one of my local Wells Fargos, and they gave me a Fed wrap box, and once I got it open, they were all 2021 Philadelphias, the entire box. So I took that box to another bank and said, do you have anything you could give me? And the teller I talked to had an entire $250 tray full of customer wraps. So we swapped those out. That's what we'll be going through today, and we're mainly going to be hunting for some silver. So I may look through a couple of rolls. People have been giving me a hard time lately about not looking for the couple of neat things in there, like 2009s, because they were low mintage, and I think it's the 1996 W. So I may look through a few rolls just to keep it interesting. But with that, let's go ahead and jump into these things and see if we can find some silver. All right, so we're going to do this video a little differently than usual. Normally, I open literally every roll on camera and we fast forward until we do find something. I'm not going to do that today. I'm actually going to probably film opening 5 rolls at a time, and I'm not going to include every single opening, especially if we are skunked. So I'm going to open this more like I do my $50 videos. And you know what? I'm just going to rip this right off because it's in my way and I don't like it. So we'll get rid of that. So that's one roll. We'll open 5 here on camera just to see what these things are looking like. Now, if it's also the first time you've seen me hunt a customer wrapped hunt, I do typically weigh all of those rolls before I even sit down to do a video. And it's mainly because I'm trying to understand, how bad are the customer wrap rolls? Meaning, how short are they going to be? How over are they going to be? Is there anything crazy in there? Or, is it possible to discern if there might be some silver in there? But typically I'm doing it just to see if the rolls are shorted or if they are heavy. And I think for the first time in a very long time, I'm actually going to make out on these dimes. I'm sorry they're not coming out very well. I'm making a big mess. But I think I had like 8 rolls that were shorted, and I had something like 10 or 12 rolls that were heavy. And heavy by the amount that would indicate that we've got 1 whole extra dime. Now, if you're new to coin roll hunting, what that means is, and this is actually a pro tip for any of you guys that don't know this, you should, when you get your Fed wrap rolls, if you don't know how much each roll should weigh, throw it on a scale in grams. Understand that every roll can be off by a gram one way or the other, maybe half a gram one way or the other, but typically a full roll of dime should weigh about 113 point, call it 6 or 7, all the way up to about 114.1 grams. So if you get your customer wrap dimes and you throw them on the scale and they weigh 116, or that means they've got an extra dime in them, and if they weigh 112, it means that they've got 1 dime too few, I guess, or it's missing a dime. And so as I went through this, I did in fact see that I had a bunch of rolls that were like 116 or 117 grams, and I had a bunch of rolls that were like 111 or 112. So we know right off the bat that each of those rolls is very likely just missing some coins or over by some. Now you can do this with any denomination, and that will save you from having to actually count the coins in each roll, because if you know how much it's supposed to weigh, well, there's no reason to count the coins. This is the last one I'm going to do on camera. I'm running out of space, and they're not really coming out of the wraps very well. So, as I said earlier, there's not a whole lot to hunt for when it comes to dimes. Now, I do have a document in the description down below this video, and it does go through all of the things that you can look for if you're interested. There's a couple of proof reverses. There's a couple of low mintage dimes out there. There's a 1996 W. There's the low mintage 2009. Trying to think what else is there. There's proofs, right? So any San Francisco proof. And then, of course, the main thing you really want to find is that silver, which would be 1964 and earlier. So I do run into people from time to time that think they've got silver dimes, 40% silver dimes, because they're 1965 to 1970. but that is only true for $half. So with that, I'm actually going to hunt these real quick, see if we find anything interesting in there, and then I'll film like 5 rolls at a time, kind of like I just did here, even though I did 6. And if we find anything, I'll include them in the video. If I don't, I probably won't. So hopefully I'll see you soon, because we still got a whole lot of rolls to go. So I'm actually on roll 10. It's kind of a mess up there, but I'm on roll 10. I'm actually hunting these so far, and I've come across a dime that I haven't really talked about in a good long while, because I haven't really hunted dimes for anything other than silver. And this is the 1970D. And before we put it under the scope, I just wanted to show you out of the Strike It Rich with Pocket Change book, the 1970D does have a proof style reverse, where that is a picture of the common reverse. So you have the flame on the back that's just kind of a big, like a blobby flame with no definition really in the middle. If you have the proof reverse, you've got these little dark, or not dark, but deep lines in there. So that's how you can tell the two apart. Trying to think here. Perhaps you also need the damage mint mark. I don't know, but that's one of the key things you're looking for. And I've got a little 1970 dime right here that if we look at the reverse, you can actually see it without me putting it under the scope, that we've got those two very deep lines. So let's look at it under the scope so you can see it a little better. Right there, there's our 2 lines, 1 and 2. So we do have the proof reverse on this 70D. Let's check to see if we can see anything in the mint mark. All right, well, I'm not seeing anything in the mint mark like the book says, but I am like 99% sure that we've got ourselves a proof style reverse on this guy. So we're going to set him aside. The other thing I'll let you know is I've been keeping track of all my overages. So far, I've made 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 cents. So I'm getting into roll 17. It's tough to tell from that mess, but I'm re-wrapping as I go. So I know that I've got 16 here, so we got 17 here, and we've got what originally appeared to be something silvery, and it is silver colored, but the reading doesn't match the rest of the dime, so we know it's foreign. We've got ourselves a 10-cent 2001 Canadian Elizabeth II. And what is this? Year of something. Year of Volunteers. Well, this is kind of neat. I may look this up and see if this is some sort of commemorative or something like that. I've never seen a 10-cent piece that looked like this before. So if I can find anything, I will throw it up on the screen here next to the coin. So we're up on roll 34. I'm running out of steam for actually hunting these things, so I just started laying them out looking for silver. There's a ton of rolls, but we got all the way up here to 34, and look what we found here towards the tail end of the roll. I haven't looked at it yet, but I know it's silver. You can tell it's a dime too, because the ridges or the reading matches. Let's see what we have. Denver on the back, so that's another sure sign that we've got a silver dime. We've got ourselves a 1964. So first silver dime on the year, and we will take it. I'm going to put it up here with the rest of our finds. I have come across a few more 1970D with that proof reverse along the way. And so far, after offsetting the overs and the unders, we're only up 2 dimes. So as you can see, we've gotten through a lot of dimes. We've still got 16 rolls left. So hopefully there's a little silver in these last few rolls. So we're getting into roll number 41. We just got it laid out on the table, and I got excited briefly. Just wanted to bring you in to show you, again, what it looks like when you find something silvery looking that is very likely just going to be something foreign. So you can see we've got something solid silver, which we want, but it's super shiny and the reading is off, which means it is foreign. Let's see what we have. We've got another, it looks to be Canadian. I think it's gonna be Canadian. Elizabeth II. See here, yeah, we've got a 2010 10-cent Canadian dime. That'll go up here with our other foreign. So we are down to our last 5 rolls, and I figured I would do my best to open these on camera. They haven't been coming out of the customer wraps all that well, so I'm likely to just make a big mess. But it was kind of neat this time trying to hunt at least half the box for at least, you know, something interesting. And in this hunt, we did find, excuse me while I get a pen. We did find a couple of proof reverses. So far, we found some silver, a couple of foreigns. Now, the proof reverses would have been impossible to find just by edge hunting. Obviously, that silver we would have found any other way to hunt these. But it has been still a little bit slow. I normally rip through a box in about 15 or 20 minutes, and this has taken much, much longer because I did look at about 25 or 30 rolls maybe, dime by dime. So hopefully we'll find some silver here in the last 5 rolls. I was trying to keep track of my overages versus, you know, how many overstuffed rolls versus understuffed rolls I had, and I ended up with so many finds that now I'm not sure how many I was. I know when I originally did the weights, I think I had, I can't even remember what I said at the beginning of the video, probably 8 or 9 rolls that were overstuffed, and probably 6 or 7, 5 or 6 that were understuffed. So at the end of the day, I made a couple of dimes on this box, but I kind of lost it here with my finds. So let's see here. This is roll number 48. See, this one, they just came flying out. A lot of the other ones, you got to force them out. It's been making it really hard to do stacks to look at edges. Apologies for the mess. One thing I did spend a lot of time looking for in this hunt was the 2004 double ear. That one appears to be not overly common, but valuable enough that if you're not looking for it, you should. I've, of course, never found one, but I found a ton of 2004s in this hunt. And I was looking at both the P and the D, just in case. And obviously I didn't find one. Otherwise, I'd have brought you in and we would have talked all about it. That's one I definitely had my eye out for. I was looking for the proof reverses. I was looking for that W. I think it was the 1996 W. And just didn't happen to come across any of them. So here's roll number 50. And just the way that came out, I'm not anticipating any silver. And no. All right, well, I'm going to go through these real quick. Just make sure I didn't miss any proofs or anything in there. We'll do a real quick wrap up of our 5 or 6 finds. And we'll close it out. Well, we have reached the end of the hunt, and I did want to show you guys, I have rewrapped everything, and you'll notice that I did use my own wraps to rewrap, and that's the little mark I put on all of my wraps before they go back. So if I happen to pick up some rolls of dimes, either from the same bank or a different bank, I know these are mine. Now, I did this mainly because I have about 1,000 of these or 2,000 of these in my house, and the rewrapping process for me is a little bit faster when I have fresh new wraps versus having to hand stuff the old ones. Now, that said, I do keep all of my old dime wraps. I put them, really all my old wraps that I get from customers, and just throw them in a big garbage bag, and those are my go-tos if I ever run out of nice fresh ones. So with that, let's talk about our finds. We did cover each and every one during the hunt, but did just want to cover them again here in case you happen to fast forward through the video. We did get a couple of Canadian dimes, a 2001. Looks like some sort of commemorative because it's got an interesting reverse on it that I've never seen before. And we did get a, what year was this one? A 2010. So 2 foreigns. We did get 3 of the 1970D proof reverses. Again, you can tell from the little marks there in the flame. It's got more detail in it. I will look on eBay to see if these are selling for very much. According to the Strike It Rich Quick with Pocket Change book, these are worth a couple of bucks each, but we'll see if eBay's still bearing that out. And of course, any coin roll hunt that produces silver is a win, in my opinion, and we did end up with one 1964 Denver dime. So we'll add that to our treasure chest, so we'll count it towards the end of the year totals. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, let me know. Drop on down below, leave me a like, and drop a comment. I'd really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, please consider clicking on that subscribe button and then click that little bell so you get each and every video that I do release. And special shout out to my channel members. Thank you guys for supporting the channel month after month. I really, really appreciate it. I know it's been slow going on videos. Work's been kicking my butt. I haven't had as much time to hunt, and I'm about to disappear for another week because we've got a volleyball tournament and going on vacation. So hopefully I'll get this video out and maybe one more small nickel video. So you guys, hopefully you're doing well. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.